We got to tell you about the latest with the Diddy trial, like we are doing every day during this trial for Blinded by the Item. Real quickly here, today, the defense lawyers for Diddy, they're crying out for a mistrial today because
Why now?
Exactly. They're looking for any way to get out of this, which is their job. But they're talking about there was a break-in at Kid Cudi's Hollywood Hills house that Diddy was involved in, and then there was a Molotov cocktail that was thrown into his car. Now, the prosecutors think that Diddy had this done in a jealous rage over Cassie, which Cassie testified and others that he spoke about this before it happened. Like he said, I'm going to blow his car up, and then it happens. But the problem is that the arson investigator testified that his unit recovered fingerprints on the bottle used in the firebomb from an unknown woman. And then they testified that Kid Cudi had given the unit fingerprint cards from a burglary at his home, a burglary at which Diddy was present, but they don't have the fingerprint cards.
Okay. So why do you need a mistrial?
The defense said that it could be evidence if the fingerprints at the burglary didn't match the fingerprints on the arson scene.
Well, it might make their case harder to prove, but I don't feel like that's grounds for mistrial. But I ain't no lawyer. I'm just a guy on the YouTube trying to have fun.
Right. This isn't a trial about whether or not Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car. It's about sex trafficking and racketeering.
Well, and I will say
charges.
I mean, that particular aspect or that particular event is part of, I would imagine, the whole racketeering claim. But let's let the prosecution make the whole case and see what else they have. I mean, in this one particular case, but to be, like you pointed out, I mean, the defense is just going to try whatever they can to get the case dismissed. And
we are moving into the area of the trial starting today where they are going to focus more on the racketeering part of this case. It seems
like that. I mean, with the arson investigator testifying, it seems like that for sure.
Right.
All right.
Well, that's a good update. What do we got, Mike?
Well, let's not go too far away from that trial because while the permanent A-list singer's name is being dropped for clicks in regards to said trial, she will never be called to the stand. She's so strung out, she doesn't even remember her legal trouble from last week, let alone detailing a party from 2 decades ago.
No.
While the permanent A-list singer's name is getting dropped for clicks in regards to the trial, she'll never get called to the stand. She's so strung out, she doesn't even remember her legal troubles from last week, let alone the details from a party 2 decades ago.
Is it Britney?
Yeah.
Oh, Britney.
Oh, I was thinking of something else
J-Lo?
because there was another one-name singer's name who came out of somebody's mouth in connection to the trial.
Who was that?
Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Britney, okay, fill in that blank.
Well, the blind item here just saying, yeah, you may have seen Britney's name being tied to the Diddy trial and being brought up, but no, she will never be called to the stand. She can't even remember the legal trouble she had last week, like, I don't know, smoking on an airplane because she's so strung out on drugs, let alone she's not going to be able to remember things that happened 2 decades ago. That's the blind item talking.
This seems totally legit.
Yeah.
It does.
Because whatever you think about Britney, there is no one who's going to put her on the stand.
No.
She's not going to allow herself to be on the stand. Her lawyers aren't going to allow her to be on the stand. I kind of feel like whoever's side the testimony would benefit, they're not going to want her on the stand because you never know.
She's very unpredictable.
What she would say.
And I think the storyline people are going with recently, and this I believe was off of a Page 6 article, but they're talking about the fact that Britney's comeback was maybe cut short due to Diddy and sabotage by Diddy because she was on like a 24 to 48 hour bender right before the 2007 VMA Award performance that people thought was awful. It was supposed to be kind of
toxic. Wasn't it toxic? Was that the number?
I don't recall, but it was supposed to be this big, massive
comeback.
Return. Yeah.
And I remember like the stills from that and just like her costume didn't fit. And it was like, I mean, she weighs like 100 pounds. People were like, she looks fat, I just remember her not being able to keep up with the other dancers and she did not look fat, but
No, but she was clearly not in her best, like Britney self in terms of performing. It was noticeable.
Yeah.
Give me more. Was the song.
Give me more. Give me more. Give me more.
There you go. That was the song. So
she's given us so much. Can we just let her
be.
rest? But
Let her
don't
smoke
smoke on a plane. Smokes on a plane. That would be a great film.
I'm tired of these smokes on this mother trucking plane.
I also liked, so the story, we didn't talk about this, but that apparently the flight attendant was like, ma'am, you can't smoke. And she got real lippy with the flight attendant and was not happy that the flight attendant made her fasten her seatbelt. And I'm like, Brittany, I'm with you, girl, until you start being nasty to flight attendants.
She was drunk. Remember, she said this is the first time she's had vodka, which I'm like, maybe you just don't remember having vodka.
I
don't think so.
I kind of feel like
maybe you have and you didn't remember because you had other stuff before.
You're with Brittany and she's like, oh my God, what is this?
Oh, I've never had vodka.
Girl,
and you're like,
girl. That's like me saying that.
You were
right before I got sober.
You had a water bong with vodka in it.
Tequila? What's this tequila you speak of?
It looked like water. I just went with it. I don't know.
I will say, I used to tell people, before I stopped drinking, don't give me tequila because the bad things will happen. And my friends gave me tequila to do shots. You know how you all do the shots. And I go, is this tequila? And they're like, no. And I was like, okay. I drank it and did the shot. It's like, why am I doing this with the lime and the thing?
The minute you put the shot glass down, you're taking your pants off.
It's true.
And dancing around.
Yep. And then crying for 7 hours straight.
Oh.
Don't drink, kids. Stay sober. And you too could have your own YouTube channel.
Wow.
All right, let's roll on and do another one here. The studio knows the visual effects team has killed them in the past, which is the cause for the delay. But the date of the reschedule, that came from the highest rung on the ladder as a direct shot to this rival company to force them to move their blockbuster. It's a game of billionaire chicken, according to the blind item. The studio knows the visual effects team is what killed them in the past, which is why they have delayed this movie. But the date for the reschedule, that came from the highest rung on the ladder as a direct shot to a rival company to force them to move their blockbuster. It's a game of billionaire chicken.
Ooh.
Is this the Avengers movie and Disney?
Mm-hmm.
And the other movie, it would... Sorry?
I was just say, so the highest rung on the ladder there at Disney.
Yeah. Oh.
Wait, are we saying the highest person on the rung? Oh, what's his name?
Bob
Iger.
Iger. Was Eisner, yeah.
And then the other studio would be DC. No.
Warner Brothers?
It is the home
Warner
of DC,
Brothers.
but that's not the movie, or that's not the...
Yeah. Warner Brothers, and there's another thing that was moved. Shoot.
Actually hasn't been yet.
Oh.
But it will be.
Oh,
because
Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Yeah, Dune.
Dune. Nicely
Dune.
done.
Okay.
According to the blind items, the visual effects team is what's killed Marvel in the past, which is why they moved Avengers Doomsday to 6 months later than it was originally scheduled for. But as far as the date of that reschedule, I believe December 18th, 2026. That's the exact day that Dune Messiah is supposed to drop.
Okay.
It's also the same day that Zootopia 6 will be dropping.
Ooh.
So it's pretty
It's
good.
a rough weekend.
Pretty good counter programming for Avengers, though. So Dune will definitely be moved, though.
Fine. Let's have Dune have all of December then. Release at the beginning. Or how about Thanksgiving? And then it can go all the way through the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just partial to Dune, so I want
too.
it to have its own time to shine.
Sure.
Because frankly, it's the only thing that's making me happy about the movies lately.
Dune?
Yeah.
Oh, you should go see Friendship.
I'm talking about like blockbuster films.
Okay.
Like I'm not a no offense, no shade. I just am not a superhero person unless it's Henry Cavill as Superman. I'm actually, though, excited about the new Superman, Mr. Cornsweat.
Yeah.
That's coming soon. Great time for movies. Biggest Memorial Day weekend of all time. What was that look for?
Corn sweat.
I was
Your corn getting
some
sweaty?
eyebrow
What's going on
movement.
over there?
Yeah.
You are right though. the box office this last weekend was insane.
Yeah. Literally historic.
Anytime somebody tells you to like count movies out, don't.
Mm-hmm. They're back just thanks to Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise alone.
Ugh. Okay.
Oh.
Did you see his comment yesterday where he was like, thanks to everybody who came out and made this weekend like the most historic weekend of all time. And we love you and love people that make movies great. And it was basically him taking a victory lap for saving theaters like he told us he was going to do 2 years ago.
Oh, that's right.
Maverick.
Victory lap. Yeah.
Yep.
Now, my boyfriend saw it and he said that the stunts are like so unbelievable. That's the thing that makes you just, I mean, hanging from an airplane and like the little prop plane is like flipping over and he's still hanging on. I mean, that's just like out of this world.
Mm-hmm.
He is
That's
out of
Mission
this
Impossible.
world.
Yeah. The little dirty secret is Lilo and Stitch did double his movie. So I don't know what he's talking about
God.
saving theaters.
Lilo and Stitch were
Yes.
driving the plane.
Yeah, like I would love it if they came out and were like, actually, you're welcome, Hollywood.
Yes.
yes.
All right. Let's go ahead and keep rolling on today. This foreign-born singer from the North, no, not the married one and not the one who hits on underage girls. This other one is set to announce a big arena tour that is going to do just like the album and not sell very well. This foreign-born singer from the North who is not married and no, doesn't hit on underage girls is about to announce an arena tour which, just like the album, will not sell well at all.
So it's not Drake and it's not Bieber.
So I'm assuming then,
correct on both of those.
has he dated a witch?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
We keep hearing, I don't know if the blind items are like somehow are tied to Shawn Mendes because his FBR is pretty high, especially
It's
lately
very
when
high.
he hasn't done a dang thing. But we keep hearing rumblings that he's going to be doing stuff and then it never happens. He was supposed to be at Coachella. That didn't happen.
Do you know why okay, so now I'm like putting the pieces. I mean, this may seem obvious to all of us, but do you feel like the FBR is high because he is such an unknown quantity? He's so sort of like intentionally mysterious with himself.
I would, yeah.
Because, you know, like we talk about the more you know about something, the less they show up in the blinds.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So because he has sort of curated this air of mystery about him, maybe that makes the blinds want to know more.
Right.
When there's nobody at the helm to steer the narrative, the blind items will swoop in, take over.
We're going to take that
Universe
wheel.
abhors a vacuum.
So there you go. We'll see. I don't know. Like we talked about, the album hasn't done very well. He is basically, I kind of looked at his summer and he is doing a lot of the festivals and just kind of, that's his big thing. So he's got a bunch of festival performances and whatnot, but he's not really necessarily doing any individual shows or a lot of individual shows. So.
Do you think that Camila will get up there and do a duet with him at one of these festivals just to get more press?
No.
I mean, because they have that song.
I think that ship has sailed.
I don't think her billionaire boyfriend would like that very much.
I think she has like moved on, but not that it's helped her career any. But who knows?
She's like, I don't have to perform anymore.
It's fair. We have seen her cancel shows recently.
Oh, man.
Because let's be honest, when you're, with a billionaire hanging out in yachts, you don't really need to perform
if I had
much.
a billionaire, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just going to like do my own thing.
Yeah. It's like when people say, if I won the lottery, I would still work. I'm like, would you? I wouldn't.
No.
Speaking of
but
hanging.
I would show up for you guys every Monday through Friday.
Aww.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would do this.
Yeah, just.
I feel like there was some.
But I'd buy us a big old
yacht?
podcast studio.
Can we do a podcast yacht?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Then we could yacht or podcast live from Cannes.
And we can just
like
park. And then when you guys want to take out the yacht, I can get off,
And I'll be just sitting there with.
Get off.
I'll be.
Not like Prince get off.
Oh.
I mean, like get on shore.
I knew what
I don't
you
like
meant.
deep, dark water.
I knew what you meant.
And then I'll just be sitting there with the binoculars and my microphone, and I'll be like, oh, it looks like this A-minus list model is back to her yachting ways.
Oh, my God. I would
right
die.
over there.
Die.
I will get you one of those
We'll pull up-
high-powered telephoto lenses.
We'll pull up. I'm telling you, the when we were on a cruise that was in St. Bart's.
Oh, that's right.
I spent half the time on my binoculars, which are supposed to be for wildlife purposes.
It was.
Or looking at neighbors like ours are.
Who?
We look at our neighbors.
Wait, what?
Okay.
We just look and see what they're doing in their garage.
Okay,
Smoking weed is what they're doing.
I hope your neighbors don't watch, girl.
No, no, trust me, they don't.
I love it.
That dude is like in the yard with his belly out right now.
We are getting so much
Jealous.
tea on today's show. You guys are literally not paying for any of this.
Oh,
Wow. Okay, so just to be clear, when I was on the cruise, we were in St. Bart's, and I did the pro tip that I have told Mike and other people about. You go to marinetraffic.com, you type in the name of the yacht, it'll pop up where it's at, or you just you can look on the app and see what's around you, click on it, look to see who owns that yacht. And they're like,
you know what celebrities are around.
it's awesome.
Like
It's
we
insane.
can get on, Bradley gets on and looks during Cannes and other
Mike's been doing it this
things.
Yeah,
and
Mike
you
was
see
doing it
last
who's
this
weekend.
weekend.
parked there. Like, oh, that's Jeff Bezos' big yacht.
Yeah.
Now the
was out
the
there.
only weird thing about it is sometimes you don't know that they're on it. They could be renting it to their bougie friends.
That's the other dirty secret, is that celebrities who we think are worth buco insane bucks, they don't have the money to have a yacht, because we're talking about billionaire people. So
They're
most
on
of
the
the
yacht
yachts
as
are
a friend.
registered to exactly the billionaire who owns it.
And then I have drones that I send.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
This is good.
we
To
need
your
to go to
neighbor's house?
Dawn's house because she got binoculars and
I
drones.
don't have drones.
Poor guy's doing his yard, and he's got a drone following him around with his belly
Guy
out,
with his
smoking
shirt off,
weed.
just smoking weed.
Give the guy a break. All right.
Oh, well,
We need a blindy.
he takes
Speaking-
breaks a lot.
Speaking of yachts,
Glad I ain't your neighbor.
Oh.
this A-minus list musician is talking to his representation to try to gain full custody of the kids from a soon-to-be former A-plus ex. This, it's one thing for the soon-to-be ex to make claims about the spouse. It's another for the musician to have video evidence of open drug use and problematic behavior. By the way, the boyfriend is also going to be getting a call and will get suspended before he even starts with his new organization.
Oh my God.
Oh,
So we've got an
God.
A-minus list musician
Yep.
who's talking to his representation to try to gain full custody of the kids from a soon-to-be A-plus list ex.
Oh.
It's one thing for the former A-plus list ex to say and make claims about the spouse. It's another for that spouse to have video evidence of open drug use and problematic behavior. The boyfriend, by the way, this is a third person, is going to be getting a call and will be suspended before he even starts with his new organization.
Okay, I
We've
don't
got
know.
3 parts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm smelling this. Is this 2 gentlemen?
Well, there are 2 out of 2 gentlemen and a lady.
Oh, there is a lady.
Is
Okay,
it a
I thought this was the
foreign-born
gay.
singer?
It is not a foreign
Okay, this
singer.
is an American singer.
Tell me what I am.
And I won't, as musicians,
That's
how they're
something.
being labeled.
Okay, I had this in
So-
my mind, but then it started going. Oh, please read it again.
So we've got an A-minus list musician talking
Yeah.
to his representation about gaining full custody against a soon-to-be former A-plus list ex. That A-plus list ex, also a musician.
Oh.
It's one thing for the ex to make claims about the former. It's another for that musician to have video evidence of open drug use and problematic behavior, like
This
he
is-
now does.
This is not a Cyrus.
It is not.
And it's not a Jonas.
Nope.
Okay.
It's
2 singers,
2.
Well, again, musicians.
musicians.
Okay, so like a
Music-related
guitarist.
people. Nope.
Oh, Tommy Lee.
Nope.
And
Brittany Furlong,
Musician just meaning they...
musician. They tinker around at a campfire.
they play
like-
the triangle.
Okay.
You're saying they might play an instrument?
Or they might just be rappers.
Oh.
Oh.
okay.
Singing, rapping.
This
it's all
isn't
the
like
same to me.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
It's not.
Okay, thank God.
A-minus list rapper talking to his representation to gain
oh.
full custody of the kids from his former...
Cardi B and
Offset.
And the
We should have
boyfriend is going to be getting a call as well and being suspended before he even starts with his new organization. Do you remember her boyfriend?
Yes, I got it written down because I've failed on this many times. Hold on. Oh, God.
Okay, grab your binoculars.
She's going to get there. It's
Come
like the minute.
on.
She's going to get there.
A minute?
It's like the Minneapolis Miracle all over again.
Oh, my God.
Is she going to get it before the time runs out?
Powerball!
Wait.
And I brought that
Cardi
up because
B
this
on
is the guy
list?
who caught the Minneapolis Miracle.
Stephon Diggs!
There you go.
Woo!
All right.
Mike, for the amount of hints you give, we are not worthy.
It's okay. I understand. Sports are going to be a little...
Yeah, it's fine.
Little deep.
Everybody's got their lane.
Well, according to the blind items, though, Offset is talking to his representation and trying to gain now full custody of the 3 kids from his soon-to-be former A+ list ex Cardi B. It's one thing for her to claim a bunch of make claims about his character and things that he's done. It's a whole nother for him to now have video evidence of open drug use and problematic behavior. Like I said, speaking of a yacht, did you guys see the video?
No.
What?
Well, Stephon Diggs is also going to be getting a call from his new organization, the New England Patriots, and he will be suspended before he even starts.
Oh, no. Are you serious?
What's
Is
he
that
doing?
real?
A video went viral yesterday of Stephon Diggs with like 3 women all over him. And then at one point he pulls out a pink substance, gives it to one of the gals, and they like whisper something. And at first,
for the pinks.
And
Is it like bazooka?
For the pink
Big League Chew?
I think we believe it's pink cocaine.
Oh,
considering that's
I'm
kind of like
I don't know what that is. A pink substance.
Girl, catch up.
Yeah, that's like the
Sorry, I haven't never done cocaine.
it's like
Well,
the
I haven't
drug of
either.
choice right now for
I was going to say it's
Pink
like
cocaine.
apparently.
any blind item that talks about drugs. I feel like it's always about pink cocaine.
Well, he whispers to this young lady. She takes it, and then everyone's like, "Oh man, he's making Offset look like a saint." And then the next video is Cardi B getting a lap dance from the same 3 women because they were on the yacht together.
Oh, but did it show Cardi B
With the
doing
pink
cocaine?
substance?
No,
Okay, well then I feel like he doesn't really have like she could have just like dropped in with a parachute off to the side later after they did the cocaine. If I was her lawyer, that's what I would
well,
say.
here's the thing. I don't want you to be my neighbor, and now I
Or
don't
my
want you to be my
Won't you
lawyer
be my neighbor.
because that is some crap advice. Maybe, jury. Go with me. Cardi B dropped in.
straight like
By
Tom
parachute.
Cruise. Like Tom Cruise. Just
Like
jumped
Tom
right off the
Cruise
plane.
in Mission Impossible.
Yeah, he dropped her off with his helicopter.
It's called Mission Impossible. I would say it's Mission Possible.
Yeah.
If you think about it, please don't.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
good luck to them.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Whoa.
Yeah, the NFL doesn't take too kindly to banned
cocaine.
substances being
And someone
exchanged.
on some other yacht was doing a little binoculars.
Like us.
A little cheek, 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 cheek.
Mm.
That's
Now, see,
snapping
that is
photos.
okay when you're on a yacht because that
Okay.
is just called prep work for the show.
Okay.
We have to get to one final
Some guy
blind item
smoking
today.
weed in the burbs is not, that's not show prep.
It is for me. I'm sorry, Mike. One more blind
We
item.
have to get to this one final
Okay,
one.
okay.
This former Southeast reality star is using the credit card of her sugar daddy for cash advances, but he doesn't know it yet. This is going to be a big old mess.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
This former Southeast reality star is using credit card of her sugar daddy for cash advances, but he doesn't know about it yet. This is going to be a big old mess.
Is it Kim Zolciak?
You're dang right.
Yeah.
If there's
Who's
Kim
your new
Zolciak in the
boyfriend?
I was like,
blinds,
it's
I
either
have to-
Kim
I bet it's-
Zolciak or Savannah Chrisley.
Well, you won't need that
Oh.
much anymore.
The Chrisleys are going to be free, y'all.
But
We
to
don't
fill
have
in the
time. We don't have time.
we don't have time.
Come through.
Fill in the blind items, though. It sounds like Kim Zolciak might be back to her old ways of getting some credit card cash advances
Oh,
from her
God.
sugar daddy because, she's a gambling addict and all, if you believe Croy Bierman.
Yeah, now she's doing Stake, that gambling app.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
advertising
Fun
for
con-
them.
Well, at least that's like, if
Just
you're
like,
going to have a
girl.
habit,
Yeah,
get
get
some
paid.
ad money for it.
Maybe she gets some in bonus cash.
I know Drake does.
I mean, we would
Well-
absolutely indulge our addictions for advertising purposes. Dawn, what do you want?
I want some stuff for my face,
Okay.
like Botox, filler.
I was thinking like Doritos or,
Okay.
somebody with deep pockets.
All right.
Mike?
Give me that Zolciak plan.
Yeah. But you want to gamble.
I'll gamble.
Cocaine?
Mike likes to gamble.
No,
we need to get some
story.
online gambling.
Online gambling.
for Mike.
Yeah. You can teach me how to play.
We'll forward those emails to our business office if you send them. In the meantime, you can listen to us on the radio on MyTalk Monday through Friday. You can download the podcast wherever you get those. Like and subscribe, leave a review. And we've got our very own YouTube channel, which, by the way, thanks for subscribing. It's called
Blinded by the Item.
Blinded by the Item.